Hi, good day, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. And as always, I encourage you to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend if you know anybody who might be interested in these topics. Today, we have Jennifer, who is in Alberta, Canada. She has graced us with her presence to tell us more about her digital business journey. So, Jennifer, introduce yourself to the people and tell them a little about you, where you're from, where you've been, and, past job experiences.
Thank you for having me today. I really appreciate you reaching out and asking. I'm happy to be here to share a little bit of my journey. My name is Jennifer, and I live in northern Alberta, Canada, with my husband. I have two adult children and a school-aged son whom I've homeschooled. It's been a blessing. I have been a business owner, a digital business owner for 5 years now. And I've been coaching for about 3.5 years in my business. I I started this journey because I needed to have something more present where I was home. My previous career kept me on the road a lot, and what happened was we had a tragic event in our life, and my sister passed away, and her 4 children came to live with us just prior to start finding this business. So in the summer of 2017, my husband and I were praying for a way to be able to stay home and work together. My husband worked on the road a lot as well. He was in the trucking industry for 20 plus years. And what happened was in October, my sister passed away, and I needed to find a way to be present in the home for our grieving family. We were 4 people in the home. My sister's 4 kids came to live with us, and they needed me here, and I needed to be home. I couldn't be out in the corporate field anymore and being away from the home for long periods of time. So in the spring of 2018, the Lord answered our prayers with an ad in our news feed, and the rest is history. 5 years later, here I am sharing my story and inspiring other people to just take a chance on themselves, because you never know where that's going to take you and what doors are going to open in front of you. 5 years ago, I did not think I would be homeschooling my son. I've homeschooled him now for 3 years. Pre-pandemic, he was in school when the pandemic came, and the world started to go back into order. We just continued to homeschool because this business has allowed us to do that. I'm a morning person, and I'm a nighttime. I'm like a night owl, and I really enjoy waking up early and staying up a little bit later, because then that allows me that quiet time to work on my business. And then my days are filled around my son. I have a grandson, and I just get to, I like to say, I get to design my own days now around my family, but also still contributing to our household and working. And it's been a beautiful, beautiful journey. And I never expected it when we first watched that webinar and we first, come across this business. I didn't think it would open up so many doors, like I said.
Okay. Well, that was a detailed explanation. Sorry to hear about your sister, but I'm happy that you found this business and you have an extended family, After sorrow, we still got a little bit of joy. I'm sure you're closer with the family now. So what was your career path before finding this business?
I was in sales and marketing, actually.
Okay.
But outside of the home, it was more in the field
Yeah.
rather than online. So
Okay.
it's been pretty interesting to kind of switch gears.
So tell us, how has it been different, or the similarities? Tell us a little bit about marketing out there as compared to online.
Well, the biggest difference was learning how to actually sell a business rather than sell a product.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was going out and I was doing demos and I was doing presentations. I was out traveling all over the place, almost going door to door to
Okay.
sell a product. Now I get to sit in the comfort of my own home or wherever I go because I always have my phone with me. And I just get to talk about the life that it gives me to be able to share my passion and teach other people to do the same. So that was the biggest hurdle in the beginning, was for me to be able to, like, how can I just, like, almost, like, share my story and
I
have
I think I understand that because when you're sharing your
that.
story, people already listen, and then they ask you, so what is the product? What is the product? What you have to sell? And although you tell them you don't have to sell anything, they keep asking you, what's the product? What's the product? It's really unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, I mean, okay, tell us now, when you were out there before, you'll have contact with people. Now you have contact with people online, right? On a global scale. Do you miss that physical interaction with people there as compared to being online, or would you prefer the online aspect? Yes, you're meeting people. Yes, you're forming relationships, but you're not out there. How do you
Yeah.
feel about that?
Well, I have to say that I am a homebody and we live out in the country. We live on an acreage, so our closest neighbor is like a mile away. So I don't physically see people every day unless I go out of my home, other than my family, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So I really enjoy that. And sometimes I miss like going to the markets and that socialization, but I also am meeting so many people on a global scale now. And then through my son's homeschooling, we're doing different activities. So we're still interacting with so many other people rather than me going to a job,
Mm-hmm.
and him going to school, and that's our interaction with people. Our interaction with people has actually um, become more so because we have more opportunities to do other things, right?
Okay.
Rather than just being, this is our Monday to Friday, and we have a bigger scale. And then also too, when the pandemic came and everything was shutting down, we were still interacting with people on a different level. We weren't being, you know, told we had to stay home and not have that interaction, right? So being online definitely has its benefits, I have to say. For myself personally, it kept me engaged and going, and I didn't get shut down during the pandemic. My business still ran.
That's good. Excellent. So tell us about that initial webinar. When you watched that initial webinar, how many webinars did it take before you started the business?
Well, to be completely honest, I watched the webinar and the first webinar, I was super intrigued. I watched it again. I paid the initial one-time membership fee, and then I told my husband.
Okay.
And
So
so,
you didn't
yeah.
hesitate.
No,
And
I didn't hesitate. I knew that there was something there. There was potential. Of course, I was a little bit skeptical because I was like, okay, well, what is this really, And I think it's actually really healthy to have a little bit of skepticism um, going into anything. I mean, it's no different than going for a job interview for a new position. You have a little bit of hesitance because you don't know,
Mhm.
that little bit of the unknowing. But I mean, what do you really have to lose? You
Okay.
know?
And how was the husband? Was he skeptical at first or was he supportive?
Oh, he was supportive. He was actually more excited than me when I actually showed him the webinar. But at first, he was kind of like, so what are they talking about? Like, it was foreign territory for him because we never worked online, right? So
Mhm.
some of the terminology in the webinar was
Mhm.
foreign to us. We were like, what's that mean? And, but we were willing to learn and we were willing to give it a try. We believed in ourselves, and we trusted the Lord that He put that in our path for a reason.
Okay, that's good. So tell us now that you are in the business and you have these business partners throughout. How easy is the business to run? For those watching, is this business really easy? Because we talk about the video-based training and the easy setup. And we as homeschool moms, we might make it look easy for others, but let's be honest with them. Would you say it's a relatively easy business to run? For those who are not homeschooling, for those who have their regular jobs, right? How would you say this business will work out for them?
Well, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to say yes and no, because I'm not gonna say it's all sunshine and rainbows. Um, it takes work. It takes dedication. It's like any other business. And when you're running a business yourself, yes, you have the support, you have the mentorship and the coaching, and the training is all provided for you. You know, we have all of that, but you have to do the work yourself, right? So if you're not motivated and you don't have that fuel behind yourself, then you're going to struggle a little bit. But if you're passionate about it and you believe in the system and you believe in yourself and what you're providing for other people, at the end of the day, what you're really doing is you're learning the steps to then teach someone else. It's pretty easy,
It's pretty
that part of it. You know what I mean? It's just juggling and finding your balance, and then being consistent.
okay.
Yeah.
So now your business partners, have you met any of these business partners physically or are they all online?
That's the one of the best parts of this business is I personally try to meet my business partners if I can. I have been lucky enough um, to meet probably about half of my business partners.
Okay,
And
that's
I actually traveled across Canada into the United States, and I got to meet a couple other business partners that are not directly connected to me. And so that was pretty special too. Um, some of the very inspirational leaders in our community, and they just give you that boost. And I like to go to the meetups. Like, we
Mhm.
say we run a business online, but for the past 4 summers, I want to say 4 summers, yes. Here in Alberta, they've had meetups, and we get together in the summertime for a weekend, and we just connect, and we engage with each other and share different ideas and inspire one another and listen to each other's stories. And it's so motivating and so inspiring to sit there and listen to someone else's journey. I have to say that I have shed many tears listening to other people's stories, because it's very moving what can happen.
Yes, I know the Wednesday masterminds, we always shed a tear, Phyllis, for those meetups, when you're meeting them
Yeah.
physically. So Jennifer, well, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your time. Just tell those viewers once again why they should take us up on this opportunity, why they should check it out, give them your words. Tell them in your own words why they should take a look at this digital business model.
Well, if you're looking for something and you're not quite sure, just really believe in yourself, and take a minute, sit there and just sit in that moment and say, what is my why? Is my why, strong enough for me to be able to just try something? My why was strong enough because I didn't really have a choice. I needed to be present in the home, and this opportunity gave me that chance. And like I said at the beginning, I didn't know how many doors that were going to be opened, um, in so many wonderful ways. And I have I have been given time back with my family. When you have young children, or you have, aging parents and grandparents, you want to spend time with them. I personally, my dad and my father-in-law both passed away right around the age of 50. They worked and worked and worked until, saving for retirement. They didn't reach retirement age.
Mm.
So that is one of my biggest pushes, is to be able to still contribute financially, but to be able to spend my time with my family.
Okay.
And if your time is valuable, It's one of the most precious gifts that you're given is time. And so if you can find it in your day to just sit down and watch the 90-minute webinar and pay the one-time fee, there's a money back guarantee within 30 days. So you have nothing to lose. That's what I have to say is just give it a chance and take a chance on yourself, because you can do it.
Okay, guys and ladies and gents, you heard it from Jennifer. She said you have nothing to lose to check it out. You know, we say it's a complimentary webinar, and even joining the group, you stay there for a couple of weeks and you see if it's a fit for you, and you know, you take the next step and become a digital business owner. So Jennifer, thank you for taking time. And I wish you continued success in the business as you continue to grow and your business partners continue to join this business, just success upon success. So again, thank you viewers for being here. And again, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. And as I always say, think big, live big, dream big. See you on our next episode with our digital business owners.